Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Unfiltered stream. Yes, I know it's been, 2 weeks, but we are here, we are now, and it's a very special day for me because, as someone else will probably tell you, I am getting a year older today. I feel it, I feel tired, I feel grumpy. So, this is going to be a good stream. If this is what the rest of my years have got to look forward to, great. I'm going to be a happy bloke. But obviously, you can't celebrate a birthday alone. You need friends and you need crazy people to join you and celebrate it with you. I have two of those. One of them has come all the way over from Boise. He's sat there in his room joining us. It's Professor Spacetime.
Hello.
Welcome to the stream. How are you doing, sir?
Very good, and happy birthday.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We do have another guy. And this guy, right? He's from Wales, but he's cool. We like him. He is my Lego wife, or I'm his Lego wife. I don't know what the dynamics of this relationship is. I wear the trousers, so take that as you will. It's Cut the Craggle.
Hello! And yeah, we've already established you're my Lego wife. And just in case there was any confusion, you haven't got the name showing. I've changed my name.
I know. I did notice that.
Oh man, you changed the name. You got rid of the names so that no one can see what I put that up there so there was no doubt.
I never have them on. I never have them on my streams.
So basically, I changed my name to Craggle Big Spoon in case anyone was doubting how this relationship worked. But I have to say, I have missed you, Sam. Honestly, my heart has been yearning. My soul has been just, lost without you. And honestly, I'm walking around with balls the size of cantaloupes. It's been too long.
Well, I was going to say, last time we saw each other, well, it was very, very graphic face-to-face meeting, I tell you that. The pub got so upset they sent us fines.
Yeah, I know. What is that about? So yeah, basically, our context. When me and Sam and Mrs. Craggle and Lady Sam all met up, we went to for a pub lunch, and we were there for, I would say, about 4.5 hours. We had some food, had some drinks. A good time was had by all. Then we parted ways, and I would say about a week later, we got a fine each sent in the post because we overstayed in the car park. And what's happened now is that this company, who seems to run pretty much all of Britain's car parks for supermarkets, pubs, and other places, they used to have a thing in this pub, but anyway, in particular, where there was a tablet, and you had to go into the pub and go to the bar, and at the bar, you tapped on the tablet and you entered your registration in, and that way then they knew that you were a genuine customer. And I know it was a particular problem at the pub we went to, because it's right smack of the middle of two Pokemon Go gyms. So people used to go in the car park and play Pokemon Go, and then people who came to use the pub couldn't find a space and had to leave, So that's why they introduced that. You had to actually go in, otherwise you got the fine. Now, because of the pandemic, they removed the need to tap in your registration number or license plate for those in the US, because they didn't want everyone touching the same tablet. But now what they've done instead is that we didn't realize this, but they've put on there, you don't have to type in your registration or license plate number, but you can only stay for 3 hours, which, I'm not being funny, if you've been in the British pub, 3 hours is like 5 minutes.
It's not long enough.
It's not, They go for a meal and a couple of bevies afterwards, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
especially when it takes 20 minutes to get served.
Exactly, and, we were very indecisive, which meant it took longer. So,
Everything about indecision.
But I think we have got it sorted. Mrs. Craggle and I popped down to the pub, and they said the staff there were very understanding. They say it keeps on happening, and they're not happy about it. So they've sent it off to the company to cancel the fine. So,
well, we've certainly had a confirmation, or Lady Sam has rather, that hers has been cancelled.
Has she? Oh, okay. Because they told us we wouldn't get confirmation, and we had to call the pub back in the week to check.
Okay.
That's interesting, huh?
I wonder if that's because Lady Sam did an appeal as well, I think she
okay.
appealed it before she got in touch with you guys, and they've probably done it based on that then.
Maybe, yeah.
So how heavy was the fine?
It was stupid. It was 45 quid if you pay now, or if you wait like I think it was 10 or 14 days, it goes up to 75.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. It was
Cheap
just
business.
ludicrous, you know. But I noticed after we left there to get the fine cancelled, we popped into one of our local supermarkets, and the same company runs that car park now, and they had the exact same thing on there, saying maximum stay 3 hours.
You're thinking, well, we best not take long shopping.
I know. It's just ridiculous, you know?
Yes, yeah. Right, so let's have a quick look at who's in the chat, see who's here. Jacob Neely is here. He's gasping, or was gasping at least at 1:32 this afternoon UK time, which was 6 hours ago. He was massively early to the party. He was also worried that this stream was going to get cancelled last minute. No.
It's not a space-time stream.
Whoa! I mean, you're having to dig it yourself, so
Self-burn.
yeah.
Yeah.
We have Mrs. Craggle here as well, who says happy birthday, Sam. Thank you, Mrs. Craggle. And
Get in the kitchen and cook me my pizza.
savor this moment, ladies and gentlemen. Lady Sam B said I was right.
Well, she didn't specify which Sam, so she could just be referring to herself there.
Someone take a screenshot of that and send it to me, because I need evidence that I was right about something.
Man.
So yes,
I mean,
we have.
We shouldn't have a go at her too much. She did, in all fairness, get you a very cool set for your birthday.
Oh, she did. She's got points today. I tell you that.
What'd you get? What'd you get?
I got a sealed new Lego Ideas Doctor Who set.
Woo woo woo!
It's one of the Doctor Who ones I'm missing. Oh, the only Doctor Who. This is apart from the Dimensions packs.
Yeah, I'm taking full credit for that because I was the one who suggested these, Sam. I was kind of, she'd asked me, like, what should she get you? And it came to me at that moment where you're thinking, do I pull out or I risk it for a biscuit? And I went, oh, Lego Ideas Doctor Who set. And she went, that's the weirdest exclamation for an orgasm I've ever heard in my life. And I went, no, that's what you get Sam. And she went, why are you thinking of him at this point? I said, well, I always think of Sam when I make love. True story.
And you know what? I'm not even disappointed. I'm not even angry.
You're just happy I thought of you.
And I am. I love it. I'm like, hey, I'm getting free rent in your head there, Craggle.
No, I didn't even know what that phrase meant. I had an email from someone trying to get me to do a promotion for this video game, which I think is like become an internet meme because they've just gone so aggressive with getting people to promote it. And the tagline was, "Your YouTube channel lives rent free in my mind." And I was like, "What? I don't pay rent for my YouTube channel. I wasn't aware of this phrase, but apparently it's like a TikTok."
It's one of these phrases. If you're down with the kids, I'm a year further
a lot when you have like a hater or someone just obsessing over you, and you're like, at least I'm living rent free in their mind.
Oh. The only time I get down is when I fall over and can't get back up because I'm too fat.
I just got visions of a turtle on its back going. Oh dear. Oh, this stream's already going nuts. And what is it? 9 minutes?
Yeah, pretty much. It's all been
back.
built up, it's been built up over the last couple of weeks. We haven't had an unfiltered stream.
Yeah, and now we're just letting it all go. So yeah, I'm going to be building this to the Doctor Who TARDIS thingy on stream tonight. What are you guys doing?
I mean, I've got lots of my backlog to build, and I still haven't finished the Chinese or Lunar New Year ice rink set. But I had a look at that room, and it is just like a complete and utter bomb site. So I'm not going anywhere near there. I'm just gonna stay downstairs in the kitchen, waiting for my pizza, and I'm gonna be trying to actually work on some stuff for the next CMF one, which is going to be based on Back to the Future, rather, part 3. Because I finished number 2. Video on there, so I'm going to actually, as we on the stream today, it's a monumental occasion. I'm going to be breaking new ground on Back to the Future part 3.
I'm a little bit excited for you.
I'm excited.
A little bit excited. Yeah. In other Lego news today, I have started exporting all the instructions for my sonic screwdrivers.
Yes! Finally! Oh, yes!
I've just got to tweak the design or just properly lay out the instructions and steps for the 11th Doctor screwdriver, because it gets a little bit complex with the mechanism in the middle to extend it. But yeah, I just want to make sure I've got that in the right order, which is the important bit. And then, yeah, I will be putting them all. I'm not sure if I should do separate PDF books for those 3 first, or a group PDF book, but I'll figure that out and then put them together, and job's a good one.
Nice.
And today maybe go up on the Etsy store.
Exciting times. I just realised something. Where did I even save that? Oh dear.
Space Time, what are you working on today?
I am working on the poster for Mockfest.
Oh, yes, because that's not too far away, is it?
Yeah, we're going to do it in May this year, May 14th and 15th.
Am I busy that day? Most likely. Let me check my calendar quickly.
And Scott's put a bigger team together of people who are going to help, so he doesn't get overwhelmed / I get overwhelmed.
he needs his British organizer from across the pond.
Yes.
14th, 15th of May, you say?
Yes.
Ah! I don't have an event that weekend.
So, okay, we'll see you there.
I have a meeting on the Wednesday and a meeting the following Wednesday, so as long as I'm back in time.
Yeah. Fly out Wednesday after your meeting, and,
I'll just have to bring something, because you can't go to a Lego convention and not show Lego. So, I'll bring my Stargate.
That'll be nice.
What? Where are you?
Where am I?
Oh, I'm missing the designs for a minifigure. And I'm worried I've saved over something. I mean, I've already got the minifigure already, but I'm just confused about where it's gone. The file.
You saved over a design?
Oh, come on, I'm always doing this.
Mate, I've told you about this. You need to start working in the cloud.
Well, my head's in the cloud, that's for sure. No, seriously, where did you go?
You need to start working in the cloud. Putting it over there and over there.
I don't understand. Where are you? Oh man, this is depressing. I already saved over one of the old ones from Series 1 by mistake, and now I can't find this one from Series 2, and I haven't even done the video yet.
Oh no.
I mean, I've got the imagery I need, but the original design, for the decals and stuff, is just...
Yeah.
Where are you all?
That's always one of my fears, is when you're working on a file and you go save and you go, uh-oh, I've just overwritten everything.
Yeah, this is really, really weird. I don't understand. Because the thing is, if anything, I thought I would have saved it over one of the ones from Series 1. Well, apparently not, because that one is fine. I've got the UV maps as well. Where the hell did I save the PSD file? It's not showing in recents or anything. This is just...
You know, I got a random folder called Photoshop.
Yeah, I've got a folder of Photoshop where it's supposed to be. It's not in there.
Oh. Jacob would like to know, where is Mockfest this year, Peter?
Oh, it's in Boise, APU Games.
There we go. So if you're around the 14th, 15th of May, and you happen to be in good old Idaho, head to Boise. There will be Lego. And there will be a professor of space and time.
Lego registered trademark. That's what the fine print says on my poster.
Well, yes, you do need that. Otherwise, they will come after you and start going, money, please. Or just demanding you take it down.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous, you know. Like, we're a recognized lug, and it's like, how do we advertise our show without, you know,
Using the L word.
Exactly.
Yes. Because, like you say, people will go, "What is mock? What does this mean?"
I literally have a thing on our poster. What is a mock? My own creation in Lego, registered trademark.
Yeah.
I found it!
Well, that's the sort of sound, ladies and gentlemen, that you hear from a man who's just found his penis for the first time.
Hey, come on now. This isn't the first time. It pops up at least once every Lunar New Year. Do you know what I mean? Come on.
Sorry. I had to get in there just like real quickly before someone else did.
I've told you before, like, you know, my penis is a very sought-after commodity. NASA use it to calibrate their telescopes for looking into deep space, you know, to find new star systems far away.
Is that what James Webb is looking at? It's not looking out. Not looking out. It's looking at 1.5 million miles back to Earth just to look at you.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I gotta get that focal length.
There we go. I'm happy now I found that. I was panicking. But you know the dark brown the 1985 one I did for Series 1?
Yeah.
I accidentally cropped that to do a UV map. Well, I didn't accidentally. I cropped it to do a UV map, but then I saved the PSD and then closed it down before like undoing the cropping. So all I have now is the torso print for that design, not nothing else.
Oh dear, Craggle.
I know. I don't do myself any favors, do I?
Do you know what? If this was a space-time stream, I'd say this needs the who else but Craggle.
Yeah.
Good times. I also feel like you need to have a screaming goat on here.
Yeah, I don't have a screaming goat. I don't have anything stashed in my my StreamYard stuff.
Well, that's just not good.
No, I don't. I just don't. I wouldn't know what I want to start with without stealing like all of your two ideas.
Hello, I'm a beluga whale, you know.
Yeah,
Hello.
that would probably feature.
I'm surprised I haven't seen this in the chat. Maybe it was on your Discord. But how about that DeLorean?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, girl.
That is a sexy build, right?
Yeah.
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 I really want to build the Part 3 version. I don't know why. I just love that one.
Hey, everyone's got like a preference. I mean, I love the
They're all good.
So yeah.
I'm so happy that they.
My issue is with the minifigures. And I have a few issues. Overall, though, I'm happy with it, but I have a couple of issues.
Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, why oh why? I know. I mean, it's obvious now. We know that Lego don't print below the knee for whatever reason. Their machining doesn't allow it, even though third-party customs can.
Yeah.
But if that was the case, why didn't they give him dual-molded legs?
Exactly. That's the simplest solution.
Because then you wouldn't need to print the grey, and the white stripe would look fine.
Yeah.
That is the thing that puts me off them. Also, because they've done it on the dark red torso, for some reason they decided then, oh wait, he has a dark red t-shirt as well as a dark red jacket. So rather than printing the t-shirt a slightly different shade of dark red, they've given him a pink t-shirt. Which makes no sense because the whole point with Marty is that he wears the same t-shirt that he wore in part 1. Because literally, as he wakes up after the events of Back to the Part 1, Doc comes and picks him up,
Yes, yeah.
So that annoys me because it doesn't match their own previous minifigure. And the other thing that annoys me is the fact that this effectively makes the Ecto-1 the odd one out. Because we had the Batmobile 89. Now that was, I would say, more UCS scale. So that had a stand with minifigures and a plaque. Then the Ecto-1 came out, which everyone would hope would be in the same scale, but was more sort of creator expert. So we kind of give it a pass for not having minifigures, although we were disappointed.
It's close enough, though,
Yeah, and then this one comes out, which is, again, closer in scale, I would say, to the Ecto-1, but this one has a plaque and minifigures.
At the end of the day, I think they're all going to look great next to each other. I don't think...
Oh, yeah, but it's just the inconsistency that bothers me.
Yeah.
As a collector, with OCD, it's just like, why are you doing this to me, Lego?
Luckily, you have the figures to do it,
Yeah.
yourself.
Plus, also, I'm working on Back to the Future Part 2 CMF series, and they copied 2 of the figures that I've worked on already.
That's it. So,
That's where your
Copyright.
Photoshop files went. Somebody was in your computer looking for stuff.
I mean, I already made custom ones of them years ago. I had them printed. I've done updated designs for the CMF, so they will be different, not only to Lego's official ones, but to the ones that I had, physically printed as well.
Jacob wants to build the Part 2 version.
Yeah, I feel like even though that's only in Part 2, that configuration. Well, it's at the end of Part 1. I feel like it's the most iconic, is the flying version of it.
Yeah.
I want to take some of the Spider-Man webbing, the web rope, and then grab the triangular flags to hang the little, the billboard.
Yeah.
Plastic pieces that DeLorean picks up, because I think those pieces would scale pretty well.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So don't copy my mocks, everyone who's watching.
Well, I remember you wanted to do the Point of No Return mock, didn't you? Was that with the scale version or with this version you're going to do it, do you reckon?
Say that again?
Would you still do that with minifig scale or with this scale?
It would just be too massive at that scale.
That's what she said.
But yeah, and I've also been thinking about, because in addition to that, because I've also talked about doing the courthouse in 2 or 3 time periods.
Yeah.
Because I want the left side of the courthouse and the street to be 1955, and I want the right side of the courthouse to be 1885. I just want to incorporate somehow the future into that build as well.
Okay.
And I haven't thought of a great way to do it yet. But at least having that split, the wooden, because it cuts down on half your brick for the courthouse. Because you just need to do a wood frame for the old glass.
Yeah, I really want a Cafe 80s set. I would love that.
But yeah,
I mean, I've seen some great mocks people have done of the whole square in different time periods, and honestly, if I had the space and had the motivation and the money and the time and lots of other resources, I would definitely do that.
Well, I think we all would.
What am I looking at here? Okay. So, Sam,
Yes.
are you going to display your new set with your custom Doctor Who minifigures?
Most likely, yeah. They're currently in the cupboard at the moment. It's still in their matchboxes, making sure they're pristine, ready for such an unveiling. So yeah, I quite probably will because I've been waiting for an excuse to get them out.
Hey, there's always an excuse to get them out.
Yeah, always. But no, yeah, I think I will because of these minifigures are alright, but like we said before, the minifig stop me ones are just someone else.
Yeah, it's the older 11th Doctor's costume. The prints on that isn't great.
No, yeah.
His other costume looks good, and I think the Clara one is really good. What am I looking at here? Come on, scroll down. I might end up going a little bit quiet because I now have pizza in front of me.
Oh, well, we all know how Craggle feels about his pizza, ladies and gents.
Pizza! Oh god, it's boiling hot. I'm gonna burn my fingers on it.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't burn your finger again, mate.
Oh god, yeah. That's still got a little bit of a scar on it.
Mate, war wound.
War wound. Yeah, years from now, when I've got grandkids, like, Granddad, how did you get that scar on your finger?
I lost a battle with cheese.
I lost a battle with a particularly hot calzone.
Oh yeah, Empire Knight in the chat knows what's up. He's building part 3.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, another.
I mean, technically, there's actually at least 2 versions of it in part 3. There's one with the tires that 1955 Doc puts on, and then there's the one with the train wheels.
Yeah.
So, I'm just happy to be getting more Lego Back to the Future, honestly.
Yeah,
finally, right?
It's nice. I'm glad those rumors turned out to be true, and it's just there's nothing new coming from the franchise really, other than the musical, and it's like I don't think that's going to warrant any other sets to be made.
No.
But yeah, recently I've been focusing a lot more on my podcast channel, and
yeah,
I still need to get the last 2 episodes on the Book of Boba Fett out. It's just I got so disinterested in that show, I got put to the back burner. But now we're doing weekly episodes on Star Trek Picard.
I am a couple weeks behind on that, so
I have never watched it, so you guys go ahead.
I'm enjoying season 2 a lot better. I've
watched episode 1, and I think I've watched episode 2.
Okay.
So am I only 1 week behind actually, aren't I?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not too bad then. But yeah, no, I'm liking it, and yeah, it is good. But
I still have problems with it.
Yes.
Mostly with this most recent episode, there's a somewhat heavy problem. I just absolutely hate the character, just because of how they're written. So.
Is it a character that's already in there, or is it?
Yeah. I disliked them in season. Well, I disliked almost all the characters in season 1.
Fair enough.
They're all back for season 2. The way they pushed them all together,
Yeah.
But so you've seen the episode then with all the going through Picard's home in the alternate future with all the skulls.
Yes. Yeah.
So
General Picard. And his I've seen that one.
And it's just having John Delancey back as Q just brings just the way he delivers any line, because
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart just doesn't have the energy anymore, and everything's just very soft and he doesn't have the same presence he's used to have.
No, but John Delancey still has that presence, and
yeah,
and he even I'm sure at one point in that episode he even made reference to Picard being slower and all that.
Yeah,
as well.
My favorite part of the episode is, or not favorite part, but one of the things I liked a lot was when he actually slaps Picard across the face and gives him a bloody nose. If you recall to their first encounter with the Borg in TNG, where Q basically is trying to teach Picard a lesson of how arrogant they are, thinking they're ready to take on any challenge they can. So he's like, "Oh, here, meet the Borg," and it's like they're not ready for that kind of threat, and basically Picard has to beg Q for his help to save them.
Yep.
And then Picard's like, I know what you were trying to do here, and I appreciate your help, but I think this lesson could have been learned without the lost lives of 18 members of my crew. And Q's like, if you can't handle a bloody nose, just go back to Earth. It's dangerous out here. Go home. And then it's like, now in this show, he's like, actually has a bloody nose sitting in his house. But that's my minor geek out for today.
No, I've got to watch the most recent episode, and I intend to do that in the next couple of days.
And what you can watch it on Netflix where you're at, is that correct?
Amazon Prime. Yeah.
Amazon Prime. Okay.
Yeah.
I had to pay for Paramount Plus.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it'll be canceled as soon as
you've watched it.
Yeah. And I think I'm going to watch a couple South Park things as well, because the South Park actually did a pretty good COVID special or pandemic special.
Okay.
And it was really funny. I don't know how familiar with the show you are.
It's been a few years since I've spent time with South Park.
You know the kids never get older.
Years.
Except like in season 10, they went from 3rd grade to 4th grade.
Yeah.
But anyway, in the special, the pandemic lasted so long that the kids are all grown up.
Oh man, that's gonna be funny. I don't know what South Park is on here in the UK.
It's been jumping around a lot. It was on Hulu, but I think Disney didn't like that. And then it moved to whatever CBS was doing, and now that's Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
And then I just saw that Disney Plus, when I logged in this recent time, I had to upgrade the profiles to include the mature catalog. And I'm like, ooh. It's like, do you want just a family-friendly catalog, or do you want everything?
But in the UK, for us now, we also get the Netflix and Marvel shows on Disney Plus.
Yep, that's true for us too now.
Yeah, that's quite exciting. Although apparently, I've seen on the interwebs, as you do, that Disney have made lots of heavy editing to the credits to remove any reference to Netflix.
Wait, just to the credits, or
just to the credits? They haven't made any edit to the show. The show is still as
that
is.
That's pretty scummy, to be honest with you, because Netflix made them. I reckon they bought them off Netflix, because the whole point of the original deal was that Netflix had them and was footing the bill. But obviously, they had the use of those shows indefinitely, but the characters only for so long. So I think that Disney bought the actual shows off them, you know?
Yeah,
definitely, because it's like that's the only way you could do that.
But
Netflix doesn't care.
a lot of people were worried they were going to edit like the shows, and I was just like, if they end up like cutting all the inappropriate stuff out of the shows, then what's going to happen is that each episode's going to be 2 minutes long.
I've been watching Jessica Jones, and well, there's still the appropriate amount of bed breaking scenes in there, so
Oh yeah.
it all works for me.
Yeah, she needs the better carpenter.
Yeah, she really does. Really does.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kilgrave in that was so creepy.
That's one of the reasons why I'm watching it again. It was just for David Tennant.
I need to watch seasons 2 and 3 of that. We managed to get because we weren't sure if it was going to come over onto Disney Plus UK, so we watched season 3 of Daredevil before that.
There is a season 3. Oh man.
Yeah.
I've seen season 1 of Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and then 1 and 2 of Daredevil. I haven't seen the rest.
That's pretty much where we were, but we also watched Defenders and half of Punisher. And much as I love Punisher, John Berthner was great in season 2 of Daredevil. The show is a bit of a slog, and we kind of like fell off that, and that's why we didn't get around to watching it for so long.
I liked him in Daredevil, but I was weary of a full-on Punisher show, especially in the States, because alt-right people gravitate towards that character.
Yeah.
And
I think
my biggest issue was like, even in season 2, I had some issues with the fact that he was in it for like the first third of the program, and then they kind of forgot about him and left him going for the legal battle, but became Punisher at the end. And then his standalone show, you think, right, he's already Punisher now. But instead, they kind of just have him give up being Punisher within the opening 3 minutes. And like 4 episodes in, he still hasn't become Punisher again yet. And it's like, oh, for crying out loud. I feel like I'm being missold here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jacob says he took a break from the Batmobile builds and it was fun. Basically decided to build the 89 Batwing as a promo gift with purchase set. Didn't really worry on an accuracy as much as display ability. I think he's referring to his own mock.
Yeah.
On my Discord one, he's basically done like what should have been the promo for the 89 Batwing. You know how they did the 89 Batmobile for the big Batmobile one?
Yeah.
He didn't do any gift with purchase when it came to the Batwing, so he's done kind of like a what if type thing.
Oh, very clever.
What if Lego did their job?
No. What if Lego actually did only the best is good enough?
So, I'm not sure if you saw the comment I made on your community post on Ms. Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you did? Okay. Yeah.
Well, hang on a second. That you were suggesting there that you were on the Discord.
No, it was on my YouTube on
I'll say. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm looking online, and most people who know anything about the character are just like, why have they changed her powers for generic energy-based blasts? It's just. And I get what you're saying. Like, if you have no knowledge of the character, you could be excited by it. But I would even then wonder why you're excited to have another energy-based character that has a similar power set to Captain Marvel. It just.
Well, because her name's Marvel, so they're all related.
yeah, right? That's how it works. If you have the same last name, you must be related.
So by that recognition, then, should Black Panther and Black Widow have the same power set?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, they both dress in black, so.
And so Spider-Man, Ant-Man, and Iron Man should all have the same powers as well?
Yes, they have matching genitals.
Wow.
I wasn't going to say that, but yeah, right.
But no, I totally agree with you. Because especially the second part of my post was like, why do this? Why not? If you want to do this, why not just make a new character?
Yeah, it's pointless. I mean, she came at a time when it did feel like Marvel was almost doing a tick box exercise in creating new characters to cover pretty much every demographic, and some of those were just like they were so transparent that they were just kind of force diversity that they just failed. But her character was really well written. She struck a chord with fans. She brought a new perspective to the Marvel Universe in the comics. And she was everything you wanted from a new character, you know?
Yes.
More than the sum of her parts.
And she was Kamala Khan. Is that the same one or?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was, a young teenager. She basically was an Inhuman, but like because it was that time when Marvel basically trying to push the Inhumans as their X-Men.
There's your answer right there.
Yeah, she's basically Hal Jordan.
We don't talk about the Inhumans. No.
Well, in the comics, like at the time, because they didn't own the rights to the X-Men, they were pushing Inhumans and not really doing much with the X-Men. But she was one that she wasn't really like part of the Inhumans. That's just how she got her powers, is that she was descended from an Inhuman.
Okay.
But they could have done that. I mean, they could have changed the origin of her powers without actually changing her powers, because her powers were so unique. How, yes, okay, in some ways she was similar to Mr. Fantastic, but as well as being bendy, she could change her shape, and her powers developed over time as well. And like, it was a perfect sort of representation of this sort of dorky teenager coming to grips with growing up. They often say that when you're a teenager, your body's growing quicker than your mind can comprehend. You have longer arms and you end up bumping into things, your coordination is off. And that translates to her powers,
That's pretty cool.
And having to just have generic power blast is just such a massive letdown, honestly. And from why a lot of the defenders say, it's because they're bringing the Fantastic forward and they don't want audiences to get confused having to, elastically type, superhumans. And I think that's just nonsense, because how many characters have similar powers in the Marvel Universe already, and
War Machine.
You made her have powers similar to Captain Marvel, which we already know about, as opposed to making her have powers similar to a hero that hasn't been introduced yet. So it's just like, it doesn't hold water for me. I just think it's disappointing. The show itself, looked interesting from an aesthetic point of view, but the changing of her powers and the origin of those was just so drastic that I just struggled to think, like, why did you even bother?
Yeah.
See, this leads to my suspicion that Kevin Feige and Jon Favreau are being forced to do creative things they don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because we can look at the current stage of Phase 4 Marvel with very questionable decision-making. I'm not going to call it forced diversity. I think they had really good properties they could have worked with. I just don't think they executed it well.
Oh, no, not so much in the MCU. I mean, when they did the comics, there was a period where they literally introduced about 6 different characters. And, I talked to friends who are people of color and, from different demographics who are into comics, and they just said, just like, it happened around the sort of time that there was a lot in the press about, comics being mostly just sort of old white dudes. And they just said that it felt like almost like a tick box exercise in most cases. Yeah. But Kamala, she was like the exception to that. She was one that, readers took to their hearts because she was so well written. She wasn't just, oh, look, I'm a teenage Muslim superhero. She was a well-rounded character that offered a new perspective that people who weren't even in her demographic could relate to, who could identify with and get engaged and relate to her story. I mean, even I was some 30-something white dude, or I think it was 20s when she was first launched. I loved the character. I felt like, I can totally relate to that, being an awkward teenager, and sort of struggling. Yes, I didn't have superpowers, but there's aspects to it that I think that people can relate to on so many different levels, and that's why I was excited for her show.
Mm-hmm. I can get that now. But yeah, it's just like, I don't believe Jon Favreau had total creative control in the Book of Boba Fett. If he did, I'm disappointed in him.
No, I honestly think. Sorry, excuse me. I think you had hit the nail on the head when we were talking about. Do we reckon Disney told them they had to make Grogu come back for the Mandalorian season 3?
Yeah.
Because the whole thing of season 2 was all about, getting him to the Jedi. And I think Disney may have a few problems with that. One, Baby Yoda, Grogu sells merchandise, so not having him in the franchise, it is going to be not, it's going to be something that they're not going to push back against. And the second thing is having him go off with Luke becoming a Jedi throws into question the future of how it ends up, lining up with the sequel trilogy.
Yeah.
It was almost them rebelling against the sequel trilogy, which said that, Kylo Ren, Ben Solo was his first student. So I feel like they dictated that, you need to have Grogu back with Mando.
Mm-hmm.
However, we would do it. You've got to have that happen.
Who's the do you know who the showrunner is for Kenobi?
Deborah Chow, I believe.
Okay.
She directed all the episodes, I think.
Okay.
Again,
I like that.
Yeah.
That there's a singular director. My biggest joke, I don't know if you saw it, I commented on someone's Instagram post, their reaction to the Kenobi trailer. And I was like, yeah, I'm just curious how they're going to jam 2 episodes of The Mandalorian into this.
Oh, man. It is an exciting time because I'm hyped for the Kenobi, but it's also a worrying time because I think there's the sort of veil of Disney has everything under control is well and truly torn to shreds now at this point. That we talked before about how they were saying originally that by getting rid of the old expanded universe and making it Legends, that everything now would be canon. Everything had the same weight, whether it be a video game, movies, cartoon, comics. The comics now have been completely relegated to Legends, I feel, because they've contradicted them so much with Rebels and with the films and stuff, and with The Mandalorian. But also now you have them where they're kind of coming into dispute with the previous films. Have you seen the design for the Grand Inquisitor?
I did, yeah. I thought that was funny.
Versus what we've already seen as species in Revenge of the Sith. It's just what? You can't even say that is translating a character from animation to live action because we've already seen what a live action version of his species looks like.
All you can say is it's someone's creative interpretation. And for some reason they just wanted to make him look like Megamind. Well,
Disney owns Megamind now, don't they? I think.
That's still a DreamWorks property.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I thought it was done by people at Ice Age.
I'm pretty sure it's a DreamWorks property.
You could be right.
They those together.
Well, I don't know because who owns Illumination?
Yeah, it says DreamWorks.
Okay,
it's the production company, and that it'll. I think hell would have to freeze over for Disney to buy DreamWorks. With what's his face who left Disney to start DreamWorks. I can't think of his name. Was it Katzenberger or? But anyway, yeah. So I'm slightly excited now that I see that Deborah Chow is directing the whole show.
Yeah, the one thing that worries me is the fact that they said originally, and it's come out now, they've confirmed this already, that Darth Maul was going to be the primary antagonist, and it was going to be him who has the rematch with Kenobi rather than Darth Vader, which then means that, does that mean that they're not even taking Rebels as
yeah,
and then now it's one thing for them to sort of contradict the comics and but they've always kind of said that Clone Wars and Rebels has the same level of continuity as the movies, but then that would contradict Rebels if they had Kenobi and Maul meet up before that sort of final encounter. So yeah,
I'm gonna guess. I'm just hopefully that's gonna just be some dumb fan theory that just got regurgitated.
No, they've confirmed it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and apparently the reason that's why they had to go through rewrites. That's why the production was delayed. After they decided, yes, it's going to be a show rather than a film, they delayed it to rework it to make Vader the main antagonist rather than Darth Maul because they said it was too similar to the Mandalorian, but what they were planning to do with the Mandalorian, and also that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni said that they should go bigger. than Maul, which would be Vader.
No, that's dumb.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm glad that it is Vader, but at the same time, it kind of thinks, do these people really know what they're doing? You know?
Yeah, I mean, at least they're generating content for my podcast channel. It's so much easier to talk about bad stuff than good stuff, you know?
Right.
Because I can be like, I like the music. It was good. At least John Williams is doing the music for the whole show. That's interesting.
Is he? I thought he was just doing the theme.
No, let me see. I kind of just misread this Wikipedia article. It was recording for the rest of the series score written by an unrevealed composer has been taking place in London. Okay, yeah, never mind. It's just the theme. I don't know. What's his name? I should get Ludwig. Who's been doing Mando and Book of Boba Fett.
I don't know, but I really feel like Michael, what's his name?
Giacchino.
Giacchino, yeah. I feel like he's like the next John Williams almost.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you saw that in the group chat, but on the Batman theme.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you didn't like it, did you?
Well, because of it, I said it was an unresolved melody. And I finally figured out why I felt that way. Because it is a few notes off from the Imperial March from Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
So I sent a thing in the group chat comparing the two. Someone did a mashup, and I'm like, yep, that's why I felt like it was unresolved. But I think it'll take a second viewing because definitely and when I said the score was the weakest part of the movie, that didn't mean I said the score was bad. That was me looking for something to critique about the movie that they could have done better, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it'll definitely take a second viewing to soak it in some more because there's a couple of character relationships that felt a little weird. Mostly like Alfred and Bruce Wayne. It just seemed I didn't think they had enough time together.
Oh yeah, I said that. I liked their relationship, but I felt like it wasn't given enough time. You know.
Mm-hmm. And Jeffrey Wright, I think, just stands out like just side character wise. I really liked him as Gordon.
Oh, Jeffrey Wright is fantastic. My rule is if you can put Jeffrey Wright in your film, put Jeffrey Wright in your film.
Mm-hmm. And then just I'm sure many people have seen this too, but the scene after they chase down the Penguin.
Oh, wait a sec. Has Sam seen the Batman yet?
Don't worry about it. Just carry on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's not a spoiler, really. It's when they restrain him with cuffs and such at his ankles, and he's like waddling away like a penguin.
Oh, yeah.
That made me chuckle. I'll leave it at that since Sam hasn't seen it.
You don't have to worry. I'll see it eventually when time.
Yeah, well, I think we should save it so we can have a nice back and forth, in-depth discussion about it.
Yeah. Okay.
So I only made it to season 3 of Rebels. What is the numbering of the Inquisitors? Is there any rhyme or reason to it?
I think the closest to number 1 is like the ranking. Like number 1 is the best, and then it goes down from there.
Okay.
It's like
So
second best.
Is not as good as third sister then.
Sorry.
Fifth brother is not as high ranked as third sister then.
No, I don't think so. Because there's a few in Fallen Order which are like a lower ranked on there.
Okay.
It does look like we're going to see the base from Fallen Order in Kenobi as well, which is quite cool.
Ooh, the Grand Inquisitor.
Yes, Jacob, I still haven't seen it. I have this thing called a job that requires me to go to work to earn money. And I when I do that, I then don't have any time to do anything else, like stream
I
or
mean,
go to the cinema.
and
I
it's
mean,
also hard to find 3 hours too.
That's the thing. That's what I want to see it a second time. But what's held me off is the fact that I need to devote 3 hours to it. You know, which that's 3 hours of just the film, not including like traveling there, the trailers and adverts, traveling back home. Do you know what I mean? It would pretty much take up half, if not all your day. You know.
Well, if you have assigned seating, you can show up 30 minutes late.
Yeah.
I don't want to take that risk that someone's going to be sat in my seat.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, that'll take a while to resolve.
So.
And you know that the time that you come 30 minutes late is the time there's only 20 minutes of adverts and trailers, you know?
You missed 10 minutes.
And then you're like, oh, I forget how this movie started. But yeah. Ugh.
Well, it's not that, but it's just, I hate when other people come when the movie's already started, so I would hate to be that guy.
Oh, before I forget, I meant to bring this up earlier. The director for episode 3 of Star Trek Picard was Leah Thompson.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
That's
it's like
cool.
she's been doing some directing recently.
Oh, I found out, I think I mentioned it on one of Sam's streams before, that she was in like a TV movie series where she was like a detective or something. I thought she was, it's called Jane Doe. And she worked, I think she worked for the Secret Service as like a homicide investigator, but like her family don't know about that. They think that she's just like a soccer mum type thing. But yeah, I watched a couple of those when I was looking after my nan years ago. My nan used to watch like programs of murder mysteries and stuff like that, and they were pretty decent, you know, for TV movies. I liked them.
Mm.
It was cool.
And it just happened that the episode she was directing involved time travel.
Great Scott!
Nope, no Scotty.
Did I tell you that we've got tickets to go see Back to the Future the musical?
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Are there any standout numbers?
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh. When is it? Well, when are you going?
We're going in May, I believe. Yeah.
It's a power of love.
Yeah, I know that's in there.
There better be a.
I remember when they did the Reunited Apart during the first lockdown with the Back to the Future cast. They near the end they brought on some of the cast of the musical and they sung "The Power of Love."
Oh, yeah, they did, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
That was a good one. That was.
I'm gonna have to check out the soundtrack, but I don't think I'm ever gonna see the musical.
Oh, come on!
What's up, buddy?
Oh, it's being silly with me.
You're not overwritten another file, have you?
No, I'm trying to eat pizza, be on your live stream, and also work on Photoshop.
Earth Angel.
Earth Angel, please be mine.
That was actually our first dance at our wedding.
Was it really? That's awesome.
I knew that from watching your CMF video.
Mm-hmm.
It was also the one of the questions in the quiz for the deciding vote of Craggle CMF draft for part 1.
Oh yeah, it was on there.
Because I remember pacing around this very room going, I know this, I can hear it in my head. What's it damn called?
See, if I had to guess a song from Back to the Future that would have been your first dance, I would have went with the Ballad of Davy Crockett that was playing at the diner when he first arrived. Born on a mountaintop in Tennessee, greenest state in the land of the free. Raised in the woods, so he knew every tree. Killed him a bar when he was only 3. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier.
We've just lost all our viewers.
Well, I don't know what to say.
Clearly the best song from that movie, you know.
Ah!
Why can't I find this piece?
Ew.
I once put the lyric, Tell me, Doctor, where are we going this time, on my Facebook status to see who would get the reference. And only one person commented, and they thought it was a Doctor Who reference.
Oh.
It was a Huey Lewis reference.
Are you still friends with these people?
No!
Good.
It spurred me on to do a massive Facebook call.
Good.
So I'm interested to see what that UCS TARDIS is going to look like up next to that UCS DeLorean. I think you can have some UCS time travel.
I used to have a T-shirt, which has now sort of been commandeered by the wife, of the DeLorean crashing into the TARDIS.
Ooh.
It's pretty cool.
And then you can also, Sam, you can also make a H.G. Wells time machine that includes your collection.
I'd have to build the TARDIS first.
You haven't got a TARDIS no more.
Oh, no. What have you done?
Me.
I know. I remember. That's a lot of dark. That's a lot of dark blue.
Yeah, but saying that, I have in my lug bulk this year, I've ordered 4,300 bricks.
Nice.
And a lot of it's dark blue.
I'm still waiting for the Trendslaw mock.
Well, conveniently, there's going to be enough bricks in there to do that.
Yes.
Whether I do the Trenzalore mock or whether I do my No More mock, as I planned on doing as well.
Ooh, I was just going to bring that up. Gallifrey falls no more.
Yeah.
Until the Chibnall era, where the Master somehow inexplicably wipes out the entire planet, but for reasons.
Oh.
Spoiler alert.
I mean, it happened 3 years ago.
Ooh.
I know, but I was just pretending for the one blissful moment that Gallifrey was still out there.
My favorite part was when, like, David Tennant was always explaining to Martha or someone what Gallifrey was like. You know, and that music started playing.
But for me, what I loved about the anniversary special is that it maintains the sort of the story of him being the last of the Time Lords, from the Russell T Davies era, but also gave you that sort of heartwarming story of, the hope that he had saved Gallifrey and they were just in the pocket universe or whatever. And then Capaldi's era sort of addressed that by having them, sort of pop up now and again from the end of the universe or whatever. And I was fine with that as well, because it gave you an excuse for them not to interfere too much, but, they could be used when needed. And then Chibnall was like, hey, you remember how we had a whole special where 3 Doctors saved Gallifrey? Yeah. I'm just going to wipe out the entire planet off screen without any explanation.
Here, hold my beer.
Just like...
I'm just going to absolutely destroy this. Everything you guys have worked on. Give me 5 minutes.
Kind of sounds like Alex Kurtzman. Chibnall, Alex Kurtzman.
Ryan Johnson.
Yeah.
All the same people, right?
Pretty much.
And then just throw in J.J. Abrams and you got the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Well, by the way, do you know how we were talking about who we would want as the next Doctor? And I said like a left field choice would be Hugh Grant, who technically has played the Doctor before in a comic release special.
Yes.
I've read 5 articles today which are saying that inside sources are saying that he's in talks to be the next Doctor.
I'm going for Rowan Atkinson.
Rowan Atkinson would be good.
He's a good age now.
I mean, again, he played the Doctor in the same special, and he was actually really good as a Doctor in it. A lot of people said it made them think, like, why can't we have him as like a serious Doctor, you know?
And what's his face from Pirates of the Caribbean played the Master, the Governor.
Oh yes.
I can't think of his name right now.
No, I can't think of his name either.
Oh, yeah, he played the Master, yeah. He was off Tomorrow Never Dies, wouldn't he, as well?
Ooh, BrickKeeper's here.
Hey, BrickKeeper.
He just had a birthday last week.
Thank you very much for the birthday wishes.
You're like birthday buddies in the same week.
Woo! There's quite a few people who share my birthday.
It's
whether
weird
it be
how
the
that
day or or around in the same few days, and I'm like, I thought this was my day.
There's 7 billion people on this rock.
I know.
366 possible birthdays.
I know, and someone has to share.
I'm not sharing. They can bugger off.
March birthdays for the win.
Imagine if you were born on February 29th.
That was my first grade teacher. So she was 11 years old when she was my teacher. She was actually 44, but it was pretty fun.
But she's only had 11 birthdays.
I know. And that's just great at that age because, like, as a first grade teacher, you can just confuse the hell out of 7-year-olds. Like, wait, how are you 11? I'm 7.
Why are you teaching me?
Why is the Earth flat?
I'm guessing somewhere with my TARDIS.
Huh?
Yeah, I have a console and the core and part of the room. We're still working on some bits. I have many pieces here still, and a lot of dark blue. Unfortunately, not enough to build my TARDIS, but still,
So hopefully you guys get to see my voice acting debut when Hive finishes his next stop motion movie.
You've been doing voice.
Didn't you hear you've been recast?
I've been recast.
Yeah, he approached me and said, like, it's not working with space time. What I really want is a young Welsh actor that sounds like Anthony Hopkins in his prime. And I said, well, look no further.
Young actor. Whatever.
Kiss my asshole.
I thought I did a great job as zombie Captain America.
Wait, you were zombie Captain America?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I may have got this mixed up then. Because I was going for Mexican porn star Captain America.
Ooh.
Yeah. There's been a breakdown of communication here somewhere.
I have no idea what this film is turning into. Oh, your time will come.
Sounds like a death threat. Oh man, I'm not good at multitasking. I'm not happy with what I'm doing here.
Well, we knew you weren't good at multitasking, mate, because that's how you burnt yourself.
That wasn't even multitasking. That was just trying to help someone else out who just stood by and watched me just burn like Anakin on the shores of Mustafar.
You are my brother, Anakin.
Oh, did you see that meme I put in the Discord?
Yeah. I was really happy with the Kenobi one I found from Solo.
Which one
because
was
someone's like, we need that. This scene needs to happen in the new Kenobi show.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
shows him in line at the immigration or whatever. And he's like, "What's your name?" It's always been Kenobi. All right, Ben Kenobi it is. That's how he got the name.
That was so stupid, that was in Solo.
I'm surprised they didn't show where he got his space boots from.
I mean, they could have just had him say Han Solo and no one would have cared, you know? You didn't need an explanation for that.
What's your name? Luke. Yeah, but one day you're going to do great things up in the heavens, as if you were walking among the stars or above the sky. Skywalker. It's like everyone's last name is like a mystery in this universe.
I think I told you before about the Court of Princess Leia, where Luke actually does walk in the sky.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's done well though in the book. You know, like it's kind of described as almost like treading water, to slow his descent down. You know, it's not like he's flying around. You know, like Superman on there.
See, now I've got that going through my head.
What?
Space Time was humming Star Wars tunes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What was that Princess Leia's name?
Yeah, he's vindictive like that.
Who wants something stuck in your head?
Yeah. I mean, I could do something better. I know a song that'll get on your nerves, get on your nerves, get on your nerves. I know a song that'll get on...
There you go, that's better. We'll just give him a timeout and put him in silence for a few moments.
Let him think about what he's done.
Yeah, although I fully guarantee I'll unmute him and he will carry on like it. Completely oblivious. Oh no, silence. How lucky we all are. I think I've upset Craigle now.
Just a little bit.
I'm back.
I think he's just upset that you punished his singing and not mine.
Huh? What's mine?
You're just saying how you might have been upset at me.
No, I just went for a quick wank.
Uh,
I thought I'd use the time productively.
Was I the forefront of your mind again? I mean, you can say no. I know Mrs. Craggle is listening.
I'm being held against my will.
Clap twice if you're in danger.
It's the power of love.
You don't need money. Don't take me.
Don't need no credit card. Ride this train.
Come on, Sam. Don't let us down.
You're not going to get me to.
What a letdown.
Come on.
Long birthday stream and he's not even singing.
Mate, I'm just trying to place my consoles on this TARDIS.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Well, at the moment there is. So that one's going to go here. Oh, no, it's not.
Yeah, I think I'm going to leave this because I'm not doing my best on this design.
No, and Craggle, you should always do your best work because only the best is good enough. I mean, sorry.
Good enough.
Yes.
What other movies are coming out soon that are going to disappoint me?
I don't know, man. I just feel like you're incapable of having fun.
Well, I don't think it will disappoint you, but there is the Sonic movie that comes out in a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that could be fun.
He hasn't seen the first one.
I haven't.
No.
But no, I mean, to be honest, I know long form content's not for everyone, but it's like the reviews I've been doing for Picard, I think, are showing me giving praise where it's deserved. So,
God's truth. How many times is that? What, 5 times now he's mentioned his Picard podcasts? Do you want to put a link in the chat as well? Jeez. We should retitle this from Sam's birthday stream to Spacetime shamelessly plugs his own podcast. To change it to a plugcast.
A podcast.
did I mention all my other YouTube channels?
Oh dear. Anybody who's wondering, you can...
I'm not entirely sure about film-wise. I know there's Doctor Strange 2.
Yes.
All of the DC films have been reshuffled, and most of them pushed back into next year, which is kind of disappointing.
Was there any reason for that?
They probably saw something that Marvel put out, and they're like, "Crap, we need to change everything."
I think in all fairness, they were kind of bundled together a bit much because we were going to have, I think, The Flash in November, and then Aquaman 2 in December, which I thought was a bit close together. 2 films from the same studio. But also in December, supposedly Avatar 2 is coming out, and everyone says that's going to be huge. But I haven't met a single person who's excited about that.
Which one?
Avatar 2.
Maybe 10 years ago.
This is the thing. I think I posted on a Discord server. I read one in one day. I read one and I saw 2 other articles with the headline saying like why you shouldn't underestimate Avatar 2 or why Avatar 2 is going to be a big hit even if you say it isn't. And to me, it feels like, especially knowing how many media sources Disney controls or owns, either directly or indirectly, it's them almost trying to do the whole thing of, you want to see this film, like, oh, you're not going to see this film, everyone else is, you're going to be left behind. They're playing something because they know that there's no buzz for it. It's not trying, everyone cares,
The same thing happened before the Force Awakens came out. All of a sudden, all these blogs started talking about how good the prequel trilogy was, and
yeah, I mean, I think with Star Wars it was different. I think that was always going to, the first one, The Force Awakens, was always going to make a ton of money because of it. But I think with Avatar, it's like when the film came out, it was a massive success because it was kind of like the first in that era that we had of 3D movies that kind of died off. It was groundbreaking special effects. It was Cameron's first film since Titanic. There was just so much buzz for it. This being this new dawn of a new era. But even though, they say it's the most successful film of all time or the biggest box office of all time, you try and tell, as a person, if they've watched it recently, or if they, go back to it, it dipped off so quickly, and also public opinion of the film just, on revisitation just went down. Like once the sort of hype had gone, and I think it's clear because I think it's one of Cameron's worst movies.
I probably watched it 2, maybe 3 times in my life, with the most recent viewing in early 2012.
Yeah, I would agree with that. We watched it once in the cinema in IMAX, and then the missus bought the Blu-ray, and we watched that twice. And the second time, I was like, "Why are we watching this?" And I think the missus was even like that, but she kind of was like, "Well, we bought it, we should watch it," type thing.
Yeah,
I think that's the same for me as well.
It's beautiful. I just don't like the undertones of bestiality in it, and
it offers nothing new. It was the sort of.
It was Dances with Wolves, Ferngully, Pocahontas, put in a blender.
And it wasn't even done well. And then when they kept on saying they're bringing back these characters that all died, just what was the point then? It's, that doesn't excite me that this character's coming back. It just means the first one was so inconsequential. And the thing is, all these articles keep talking about it's not the storyline. They go, oh, but Cameron's going to break new ground with his cameras that film underwater. And then one article, I thought, well, you've just described why it's not even relevant now. And they were saying that the camera, because it's taken so long to come out, the first of what is supposed to be another 3 sequels, of doing to Avatar 4, that some of the new technology that he developed for these sequels has already been used on other films that have been released. So he's not even going to be the first film. Technically he was the first film to use them, but because it's had such a long production, when he comes out, the technology is not even going to be brand spanking new. It's already been used by other productions.
I have a record for the longest film in production, or film in production for the longest time. We didn't take it.
I don't think he's taken it yet.
There are some other films that have taken, I think, 30 years to finish.
Yeah, I remember. I think I read somewhere the longest production of the film was 32 years, but I can't think what it was.
That sounds about right.
I remember reading an article about it. They were like, "What?"
They wasted a lot, and it's like it wasn't continuous production. It's they didn't have the money to finish it, and then they just went back years later and got more.
Yeah, there was one that literally did get filmed over a period of time, I think the film, when you watch it, it was shot over the period of 8 years, and yet it's supposed to take place over the course of the week, and the actors' ages just keep on fluctuating throughout the film from scene to scene because it obviously wasn't shot in order. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, I went to watch it in film school.
There was a film that came out around 2012 or something about it took place over a half a generation of a family or something. So you actually saw the boy grow up.
Oh yeah, what was that?
About a boy or something.
It wasn't about a boy because that's the Hugh Grant movie. But I know the film you're on about because I remember
maybe something Garden.
They had filmed it over was it 10 years or something of this boy growing up or something? Was it
Yeah,
it was weird. It was kind of experimental because it was fiction, but they kind of based it around reality. So the actors were all the same names as the characters were the same names as the actors and stuff like that. And they didn't have a solid script. They would have a sort of an outline of what the scene should be.
Boyhood.
There you go.
2014 drama coming of age. Literally before our eyes. Production began in 2002 and finished in 2013.
There you
go. But yeah, I remember looking at IMDb back in 2011, seeing all the way up to Avatar 7 or 8 listed, and I'm like, oh, this is ridiculous.
It was stupid as well because I remember the article. The one that I actually read all the way through, because I think I skim read 2 others in the open. I was like, this is ridiculous. The fact that there's all these articles being published on the day by supposedly different sources, but obviously they're probably all owned by Disney. But the one I remember read as well also tried saying and people who it was sort of trying to counter argue possible points people would say that Avatar's not going to be a success, Avatar 2. And one of them was oh, you say it's been so many years since the last film, but films like Ghostbusters Afterlife and I can't remember what else they used an example, but they were saying about films revisiting past franchises. It's but you can't tell me that Avatar has the same level of nostalgia or fan base as Ghostbusters,
No.
Or they go on about how the Disney park is has done really well. I'm but how would you quantify a Disney park doing well? I mean, if you've got part of a big theme park like Disney World, I would trouble to think of any area that people just decide not to go to. Do you know what I mean?
And it's so cringy, that whole entire park, because it's they didn't realize they were basing off a planet that's been exploited by colonization, and it just reeks with capitalist cringe of it's where are the
I mean, people say it's been a success, but I tell you, I do watch some things on YouTube where people go to theme parks and do reviews of them and do vlogs and stuff. And I haven't been suggested any ones for Avatar. I actually found one when I was curious to see about it, and they showed the shop and the merchandise, and I was I have never seen any of this merchandise before. We say with Galaxy's Edge, for all its flaws that people have had. There's been articles, there's been vlogs about them, there's been reviews. I've seen the merchandise pop up like on fan groups and stuff like that. I've had adverts, showing people. I've seen it on eBay. Where is all the Avatar merchandise that's being sold supposedly at this park?
It's people who get confused and think they're buying something from the anime.
Or they think they're buying Star Wars.
Yeah.
I honestly, I wonder how many sort of normies, as they as the new term has popped up, have gone to like the Avatar world and just thought like it's an extension of Star Wars or something.
I'm
like
sure.
It's was it Felucia? There's the one Aurora Singh.
Yeah. It. I'm checking out James Cameron's IMDb page right now. Apparently, Avatar 2 and 3 are in post production.
Oh yeah, cool. I mean,
and
it
then
was
4 and 5 are filming.
When they did the very first delay, and I think it was when they delayed it, and I think that was back in like 2012 or something. It was already like it was like it's not coming out this year. And they're like, well, no shit. And they announced, oh yeah, by the way, we're not doing 2 sequels, we're doing 3. Avatar 2, 3, and 4. And you're like, really? Do you know what I mean? Who's put the money up for this though? Was it Fox originally, then before Disney acquisition? I'm guessing.
I guess it would have to be, yeah.
Is that why they got so broke that they had to sell themselves to Disney? Oh man, I think it's gonna bomb hard. Honestly.
Yeah, I don't know why he thinks so much of that movie. I guess because it outdid Titanic.
Yeah, but like we've talked about, that was mainly because the fact that it was hyped out so much about being this new era of cinema with the special effects and the mocap, and also I remember so much was made about the fact that they were giving it kind of like the Earth. What do people call them? The army from Earth that like basically had like the similar tech to the Marines. So lots of people thought it was going to tie into aliens, the Colonial Marines. Not realizing that was going to be the bad guys, and like Sigourney Weaver was going to be in it. It had kind of like a Terminator-esque like trailer. It just
sorry, got to end this a little bit early today for me. My roommate needs a ride to the auto repair.
Oh, no worries.
So
no worries.
It was great catching up, and happiest of birthdays. I'll try to get a couple more in for you today. Work my
Thank
magic.
you very much, sir.
And and I'm gonna try to get some kind of streaming back on my channel again going. So
whoa.
Wow, you heard it here first. It might be a longer production than James Cameron's Avatar sequels, but Space Time is working on another stream.
I know it's crazy. It's just like I'm definitely gonna film another like all the time of space episode finally, because it's like these past almost 2 months now, it's like I've done a lot of self-reflection and getting a plan for the future going. So
yeah,
cool.
We can talk about that more later. But once again, happiest of birthdays, and happy you finally got the TARDIS set.
Me too. Thank you very much. And it's been lovely to have you as always, and we'll see you again next time, Peter.
Yeah, have a good one.
You too. Guess what it is. Bye.
Bye.
I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around.
I think we're alone now. I'm going to have that in my head all night, aren't I?
You better believe it. Looking at the chat, Jacob Nia says the DC films already disappointed me. I shouldn't have got my hopes up because it's Warner Bros. I should be more realistic. I think he's referring to when I was saying about the reshuffle of dates.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, I was excited the fact that we were going to get 3 live action, technically 4, not live action, but 4 cinematic Batman in 1 year, because we would have had James Patterson, or Pattinson, I should say, Ben Affleck, who's confirmed to have shot some scenes in the.
Well, hang on a sec. Hey, James Patterson, don't you mean Robert?
Robert Pattinson. There you go. I'm getting it all wrong. Yeah, I'm thinking of the author.
Yeah, you are.
We would have got Robert Pattinson. We would have got Ben Affleck, Michael Keaton, and do you know who the 4th one would have been?
No, I don't.
Keanu Reeves is voicing Batman in the League of Super Pets cartoon, which is getting a cinematic release. So we would have had 4 cinematic Batman in 1 year.
Oh, blooming heck.
I know. but because DC have pushed the Flash back to next year, yeah, yep, Jacob's got it. Keanu Reeves. And I think I mentioned this on my Discord as well, but I'm suspecting they're going to push back the HBO Max exclusive Batgirl film because that is suspected to take place after the Flash movie because Michael Keaton is the Batman in that film, and it's no secret now that Michael Keaton is going to be in that film, and people think that the events of the Flash are going to cause some reshuffling of the DCEU continuity and make him the permanent DCEU Batman,
Yes, yeah.
So it wouldn't make sense to have that Batgirl film come out before the Flash. I'm not saying that they're not going to do it because studios often do things that make no sense, but I suspect that it will get delayed. Suspicion. And other hits can be found on Craggle's new album. Go to www.cragglesalbum.com and enter code Sam's My Wife to get 10% off your first CD.
Only 10?
Yeah.
Mate, come on. I thought it was at least
the
15.
overhead for extortion. I'm only making like 2 pence an album anyway. Come on.
Yeah, fair enough. All those studio fees and auto-tuning and... Yeah,
auto-tuning? Cheek of the week.
Adds up, doesn't it?
Auto-tuning my butt. I don't need auto-tuning. I need a hearing aid.
Well, I won't disagree with you on that one.
Why are we friends?
Because we're very similar.
Yeah.
At least that's what I think.
And because you don't run away when I let go.
That's true, yeah. I'm still here. I'm like a yo-yo. I'll come back to you eventually.
I'm like a rubber ball come bouncing back to you. Bouncy, 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 bouncy.
Oh, this is how it goes together.
So where is your missus anyway, She hasn't been in the chat much.
She's probably downstairs.
I'm always worried that when she disappears from the chat that I've offended her, like I've gone too far with the jokes.
No, she's probably still here. She's watching.
Watching and lurking.
Yeah, she'll be
I've
waiting.
been watching. I've been waiting from the shadows of my mind.
She'll be waiting for you to say something, and there you go.
Hey! I think it would take a lot to offend Lady Sam anyway. She seems to have a similar sense of humor that we do.
I get that impression as well, but... Oh my word, I've just thrown a piece at myself. There it is.
But you don't think I can push it?
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend pushing it.
I don't know. It could be fun.
Because she might get mad at me, and I might have to sleep on the sofa for your crime.
Oh, no, see, that's not putting me off. That's just making me want to do it even more.
Oh, dear.
No, I've met Lady Sam in person. She's a lovely person.
She is. She's pretty awesome. I mean, she did get me Doctor Who for my birthday, so...
I mean, she's clearly insane. She's absolutely bonkers, because what other explanation could she have for being with you, but...
I mean, I don't disagree. I mean, you'd have to be nuts to be with me. Them's the rules.
Them's the rules.
Do you know what, though? Whilst I'm building this, I am noticing some similar... That I have done my TARDIS build quite right. You know, with
the UCS one.
Yeah, when I'm looking at the fact that they've done printed windows for Windows.
Oh yeah.
And you know, I did all my printed bits and my paneling and all that, and I'm like going, no, I did right on this. I did a good job.
You did a fantastic job.
Looking at it, going, yeah, I know what I was doing.
That's back when Lego Idea sets used to have all printed pieces, you know.
Yeah, I have noticed there is a lack of stickers in here. I am quite excited.
That's how it used to be, though. Before the dark times, before the Empire.
Those
Sam,
were days.
I've lied to you.
You've lied to me.
Yeah.
What did you do? Overwrite another file?
No, I've gone back and I'm working on the file again.
I thought you were. I could hear clicking.
I'm a glutton for punishment.
Oh yeah, you are. I mean, that's why you choose to work with me.
No, working with you is a delight, honestly. Did you see the instructions you came out with? They were fantastic.
Oh well, it's because I had a great start in place.
Ah,
Great model in the first place.
Ah, this is weird. We're being nice to each other.
I know half the chat's going to be putting pukey emojis in a minute. Going,
not just the chat. I'm feeling all like squirmish now myself.
I don't like it. We're being nice. Stop it.
I know. Next, be cuddling afterwards. And sweet nothings in my ear.
There you go. There's Lady Sam with the pukey.
Hey. I also you did warn me, but I didn't realize when I met Lady Sam that she is also tall like you.
I did warn you. I did warn you.
I mean, she's got an excuse, because in Australia they're all upside down, so the gravity, pulls them up. But with you, I just don't understand it. I don't know why you're so tall.
I used to get stretched. My feet were tied to a tractor, and my hands were tied to a tree, and I just got stretched and stretched.
Oh, blimey!
This is what they do in England, mate. You're lucky. In Wales, they just let everything happen naturally. Here in England, it's like, no, you must be tall. Let's stretch you.
We're just left to graze in the field, which explains why we like sheep so much.
Yeah.
I will say, though, I do think it's inconsiderate of you being so tall. It does make French kissing really awkward. I have to get a step ladder.
I did offer to squat down for you one day. You do remember that, though?
Yeah, but then from a distance, it looked like you were taking a shit and I was pulling up your trousers for you.
Well, you are a gentleman.
The conversations you and me have are ridiculous.
I know. I tell you what, if anybody came into this conversation not knowing anything about us, it would be really, really. Oh dear.
You know who I blame?
I blame Space Time. He's the one who introduced us.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
If he hadn't introduced us on one of his streams, well,
yeah. Matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a catch, fast as a flash.
Yeah. I certainly would never have built the Stargate.
No.
Which means there wouldn't have been a version of my Stargate in the world.
No, that's true.
These unfiltered live streams would never have happened.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think they would have done.
Well, without me pushing you to do it?
Well, I wouldn't say you pushed me. You just sort of said, because we kind of all agreed that, when we do other streams, we're toned down.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a good place to come and just be us whilst we're chatting, building Lego, and sharing it with the people in the chat. And also generally hurling abuse at each other.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I don't think I would have. Well, I wouldn't have had a need to, because I wouldn't have been on anybody's streams apart from Scott's brick building together apart ones.
Wow, I feel special now.
Yeah, you are special, Gregor. It's because of you I'm here.
Oh.
Oh, we're being sloppy again. Let's knock that on the head.
Yeah. Man, why did I do that?
All right, let's put that in there. That in there. I nearly have a TARDIS.
No way.
Just weird.
I thought so. That's not even accurate. I was looking at one of the dimensions designs for this character, and I'm looking at it thinking, this isn't how I remember it looking in the film. I just looked at it. Yeah, it wasn't accurate.
Oh.
So good job that I remembered that, because otherwise I would just be sort of like going off their inaccurate design, which I don't want to do.
No, you don't want to be inaccurate.
I mean, obviously, when you're making something into a minifigure, you've got to take some creative liberties and try and get to match the aesthetic. But yeah, that was.
Yeah, and like we said before, each thing we do is always as close as possible to the real thing, but is always also a artist's interpretation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jacob wants to know what he missed. His mother wanted him to email someone for her. Alrighty. Basically, Jacob, you missed me and Craggle being nice to each other.
Yeah.
It was a weird experience for us both. And we have sort of said we're never going to do it again.
Yeah. We apologize. Normal programming will resume.
Yes. Yeah. What? Next time on Unfiltered, Craggle is nice to Space Type.
Never gonna happen. I am not nice.
I without risking going down the same route, I would disagree. But all right, I'm not going to go there.
Oh, come on!
Round thingies.
Round thingies.
Yes, this has round thingies. I forgot about this.
Oh,
what were the round things? I don't know. Oh, I miss the round things.
I don't feel like they ever truly went away.
No, they're still there, aren't they? Well, they were.
Yeah, I mean, I swear that they were there in the Tenant era, in the sides of the walls with the coral thing, weren't they? Or some version of the round thingies, anyway.
Yes, yeah, they were.
Yeah. Here I am, dun 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 dun, rock you like a hurricane.
Are you ready, baby? Here I am. Good song.
I always think of Vice City though when I hear that song now.
Yeah, it is. Vice City. I haven't played that game in ages.
No, I wanted to play the Definitive Edition one, but I just heard that it just ruins the game.
Yeah, I heard there were lots of issues with it to start with, but I also have heard that some of those have been resolved now.
Don't do that. Don't give me hope.
I still haven't taken the chance. That's the thing, because I want to go play.
Yeah,
but I don't want to risk it. You know.
No, you don't want to risk it for a biscuit.
Correct. Well, hang on a sec. What? How can you have a door within a door?
Why is that like that? That makes no sense to me.
Oh, because this is the back door. Right, that makes some kind of sense.
Mm. Oh man, this is going to be a pain in the butt. I can only tell.
If you come across another issue, Mr. Craggle.
It's just this pattern is going to be a pain in the ass to try and translate. Well, I don't want to go the option that Lego did. I want to do it justice. So
Remember, don't take the easy way out.
there's no easy way out. There's no shortcut home. There's no easy way out. Give it in, can't be wrong. Name the film.
Rocky 4?
Oh, yes, my son. Well done. Ah, yes. Ah, that's why I love you.
You know, when you like, I heard it, I was listening to it the other day. I'm pretty sure it was this, because it pops up when you listen to it. It goes from the Rocky 4 soundtrack. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I saw Rocky 4, but
I actually did a quote the other day, and I was really impressed that Mrs. Craggle got it right.
Nice.
I've never felt closer to her because often I have to train her to recognize certain quotes, even if they're said by her favorite character in a so-called favorite film. She's not good at like retaining the quotes.
Okay.
This time I said a quote and she got it within like 2 seconds. I was so proud of her. But the problem was 2 days later I made the exact same quote. Not even quizzing her on it, I just did it. And she went, "Oh, what's that from?" And I was like, "You're kidding, right? You got this right like a day ago." And she's like, "Oh, I can't remember now." So yeah, well, I'm filing for divorce.
Well, you know where I live. There's always room for you here.
What about Lady Sam?
There's a sofa bed.
Okay, fair enough. Good point. Well made. You mean you put her on the sofa bed, right?
Oh, obviously.
Good.
It's actually not that bad, that sofa bed. Get used to it after a few nights. Could be quite comfy. And I do mean that genuinely. Lady Sam was ill last week.
Oh yeah. How's she feeling now?
She's feeling a lot better because she's had the weekend to think about what she did. So yeah, she's feeling much better, and it means I can get back in my bed.
Hooray! Wow. That's all I have to say about that.
You're not expecting that, were you not?
No, I wasn't. That didn't go the way I thought it was going to go.
Well, I'm glad after all this time I can still keep you on your toes.
Oh, man. As I said, only when I'm trying a French kiss.
Yeah.
Go on tippy toes.
Oh, dear.
I'll tell you what, I'll do the quote and see if you get it, okay? See if you're more worthy of my affections.
Oh, hang on a second, dear. Hang on a second.
What?
Go on then.
Sugar dates and pistachios!
I'm not worthy of...
Fresh fish, we catch them, you buy them. Pretty necklace, pretty lady, pretty necklace for a pretty lady.
I'm sure I can see it, but I don't know. No, I'm not worthy.
This is Crackles here. Do you know what it is?
Aladdin,
yes. When Jasmine's in the market.
Do you know what? I haven't seen Aladdin in a while.
No. Obviously. Oh, Lady Sam got it. There you go.
I'm sleeping on
I
the
guess it's
sofa
going to
tonight.
be you on the sofa, me and Lady Sam in the master bedroom.
I'll just stay in the Lego room.
Think about what you've done,
Yeah,
what you could have had.
exactly.
Oh dear. I don't know if this is gonna work. I'll give it a go.
Wing it.
Well, this is where I really should learn Illustrator. I don't know why I haven't. I probably would pick it up quickly, but I was originally taught on Macromedia Freehand instead of Illustrator, and I just didn't bother
Mhm.
learning Illustrator. Mainly because I wouldn't use it that much because I use Photoshop. But stuff when you're trying to do like patterns, it would be better to do it on Illustrator in a vector form and then put it into Photoshop, I think. But I don't know. I think I can get it working. I think I can.
I don't know how to do much in Illustrator, but I can make triangles.
Ooh, triangles.
And I can make a leaderboard.
Oh, yes, you did a good leaderboard, didn't you, for the competition?
Yeah.
Jacob nearly won. And I was surprised because I thought Lady Sam was going to come in and put some last-minute things down, but she didn't.
Yeah, I thought she was as well, but no, she
No, she lost that.
She let Jacob take the glory.
Did.
So, yeah.
I've spoken to Jacob already, and he's given me his answer for his prize, and I've actually completed that as well.
Excellent. Well, I look forward to seeing it on the upcoming video.
Yes. The CMF is all done. I just need to actually find the time to actually do a video on it, you know?
Yeah. I know what you mean.
I don't know if this looks better or worse than Lego's one now. It's more accurate, but it might... Oh, I don't care. It's mine.
That's the spirit, Craggle. It's yours.
Mine.
Oh, I did some work on the War Rocket Ajax.
Shut the front door.
You know those bricks I was after? Or those pieces I was after that I said were £7.50 odd a piece.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I needed 24 of them.
Yeah.
Well, whilst we were at the pub, you may recall that I said I'd placed an order to get me some of them.
Yeah.
I now have the entire UK stock. I have 32 of said part here in this house at £1.50 a piece.
Wow.
Yeah, and I've already fitted it to the War Rocket Ajax, and I'm glad I did because it looks infinitely better.
Nice. Hey, the Brickable Cow is here. Hello.
Hello. Thank you for the birthday wishes.
So if you don't know, the Brickable Cow is fairly new to the Lego YouTube space, but I met them the other day on one of Occasion's live streams.
Okay.
And they seem pretty cool. So, good to see you here. This does not come out how I thought it would do.
Oh, there's the hairpiece. Okay.
I mean, it kind of works. It kind of doesn't. I think the problems with the original one is the problem. Oh my word!
Clicking Cliff is also here. Hello, Clicking Cliff.
Hey,
Welcome.
Another one from I met through Occasion's live streams. Also a very cool person.
Yes, he did. He is very cool. He did a shout out video not so long ago, which is really appreciated. So thank you very much for that.
Yeah, he did one for me as well, but I feel like he put more passion in yours.
Well, you know.
What do you do? Bum a $5 or something? Or
no comment. Not gonna give away my secrets.
Oh, it's good to see you both here.
That would be unfair. Yeah, we're all we're good here. quick
Words
and
are
clear.
hard, aren't they, Sam?
Yeah, mate, I'm struggling.
I never would have guessed.
Words are difficult right now. I don't know why. It's not like I've even had anything to drink. Oh dear. Hey, I'm nearly at the end of this build anyway.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about these minifigs.
They could be better.
The Daleks definitely do leave a lot to be desired. I will back you on that.
Yeah. It's so weird as well, the fact that they had a better design with a Dimensions one that actually ended up coming out earlier. You kind of
Yeah.
go, what? Like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get my hands on some of the Dimension stuff. I know it's a bit tricky to pin down these days, but yeah, just to see the difference.
Yeah.
There we go. That goes on there. We're gonna go have a scary angel.
The angels are cool.
Yeah, the angel's cool. Yeah, scary angel. Now going to terrify me forever, because I now have a weeping angel in the house.
Yes. I still
And
think I reckon it should have come with two.
Oh.
I swear, like when it first showed the images of it, it looked like it was two Daleks and two Weeping Angels, and then somehow they dropped one. So
Yeah, it definitely should have been two weeping angels to go with the two Daleks, to be honest, in my opinion. But
yeah, 100%.
what do I know?
What do you know?
I'm not a designer. Oh wait. Okay, so that would be me built.
Oh hey,
One TARDIS.
that looks good.
Now I have one of these in real life. I can make that comparison that you did in your video.
Oh yeah, you mean the one with the toy lightsaber?
Yes. Yes, exactly. And I feel this is nothing. This is just a box. Mine is huge in comparison.
Mm-hmm.
And when I am referring to my TARDIS there, nothing else, people.
Yeah.
But
Compensated for something?
regeneration, it's a lottery. But they did capture some things that I really wanted to in my big TARDIS, because they got the round thingies.
Yeah.
I really wanted to put round things on the inside of mine, but I think I'll be able to do that with some of the mocks I have planned for my one.
Ooh.
Because they're round thingies in the War Doctors. The Angel minifigure, well, you're not going to be able to see that great. Really cool, like that.
Yeah.
The TARDIS itself, or the inside of the TARDIS, bit fiddly in places, but very, very good, very enjoyable. The minifigures, yeah, I'm going to go swap those out in a bit with the ones I got from minifigs.me last year.
The thing is, like with that one, is that you have the 12th Doctor, but he's in the 11th Doctor's costume. And I like that they gave you the old 11th Doctor costume, but the printing on that is terrible, particularly on the legs. You know?
Yeah,
it looks like someone did some like potato printing. You know?
Yeah,
you know when you slice a potato in half and then dab it in some paint.
I don't know if you guys can see that. They've like put some. There you go. Oh, the camera's focused. Yeah, they've got pockets and stuff on there. It's weird.
And your one looks better than mine, to be honest with you. My one is even more fuzzy than that on the legs.
Well, mine probably has been sat in a box for however many years.
What? So you're saying that it's sharpened over time?
If it's not been outside in the sun
Well, neither is mine.
or in the light,
I didn't freaking take it out on my holiday, did I?
why not? Well, that's what people did with a Lego. Take them on a holiday with them.
Oh, it explains why there was all sand in that TARDIS you sent me.
Yes. And you can tell the difference as well in the ideas instructions books as time's gone on, because obviously this was one of the first lot. But the books have got better over time, with more information about the product or the series or whatever they're advertising. And then on this one, the fan designer bit is just a page at the back.
Yeah.
Which is like, well, most people get to the end of the model and go, that's it, book shut. Don't need to look at that again, but...
Yeah, that's a bit off, isn't it?
Yeah, whereas now they obviously put more of it at the front, which is better.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my build wrapped up. And I think that's actually a very good place to call it, because that's 2 hours, to be honest.
Wow.
It's like we had this planned all along. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
So, Craggle, if you could... I'm going to give you the floor and sell yourself for, like 30 seconds.
Go check out my YouTube channel, Cut the Craggle. You can find a video on there about one of my custom builds, which is the dirt farm inspired by Ghostbusters Afterlife that the lovely Sam Jones here did some instructions for that you can purchase and build your own. The one before that is the Back to the Future custom minifigure series based on the first movie. I have finished now the minifigure series based on the second movie, so keep your eyes peeled because I'm hoping to have a video on that releasing probably this coming Saturday. And after that, I'll be working on Back to the Future Part 3 as well.
Wow, so it's all busy in the Craggle camp this month, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yes, and please do check out the Dirt Farm instructions if you want to build your own recreation of the Ghostbusters Afterlife Dirt Farm. Craggle's designed it. I've put some instructions together. Check them out. Get your copy in the Etsy store. The link's below in the description. As for me, I'm back at work now doing events, so these streams will probably get more and more sporadic, but I will try and keep doing them because I do actually enjoy them and I do enjoy spending time with all of you. So I am working on getting out instructions for these bad boys. I don't have the 11th one built at the moment because I've taken it apart to make sure I get the steps right. So keep an eye out for those when I drop those, and hopefully that'll be in the next month or so as well.
Nice.
Which will be very exciting. So all that leaves is till next time. We want to just thank everybody who's popped along today. So we've got Jacob, we've got Mrs. Craggle, Lady Sam B, Empire Knight, Brick Hive. We've got the Brickable Cow, Clicking Cliff, and Tim, who's just joined us, who theories on the next Doctor Who. We did discuss that earlier, and we've seen lots of rumoured articles today about Hugh Grant being in discussions. Mm-hmm. Both me and Craggle think, maybe, maybe not. But who knows? We'll see. It could just be a rumour that people are just saying because they like Hugh Grant. Who knows? Until next time, we'll see you all again. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.